Assalamu alaikum. Before we begin today's powerful reminder, I want to personally invite you to become part of something special. If you believe in growing your faith, strengthening your connection with Allah, and surrounding yourself with daily inspiration, then this channel is for you. Go ahead and subscribe to the Inspired Muslim, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a reminder that could transform your heart. Every video here is created to uplift you, guide you, and help you become a better Muslim, step by step, day by day. Join this growing family today. Let's build our Akira together. As the blessed month of Ramadan comes to a close, our hearts are filled with reflection, gratitude, and a longing to earn Allah's pleasure in every possible way. And at this sacred time, there is one act of worship that shines with both spiritual and social significance: Zakat al-Fitr, also known as Zakat al-Fitr. Unlike regular charity, this special gift is more than just giving. It is a means to purify our fasts, cleanse any shortcomings we may have during the month, and ensure that our celebration of Eid is shared with those who are less fortunate. It is a beautiful reminder that faith is not meant to exist in isolation. It flows through our hearts into our communities, reaching the poor, the needy, and those who might otherwise spend Eid in hunger or sadness. Every Muslim who is able is obliged to give this charity, covering themselves, their spouses, their children, and anyone under their care, creating a ripple of blessings that spreads joy, dignity, and love. Whether given in the form of staple food or its cash equivalent, Zakat al-Fitr is a bridge between worship and compassion, devotion and kindness, gratitude and generosity. It is a final act of worship for Ramadan, a way to seal the month with both spiritual purification and tangible care for others, reminding us that our fasts, our prayers, and our devotion are meant to uplift not only our own souls but also the lives of those around us. Today, we will explore every aspect of this beautiful sunnah: what it is, why it is so important, who is required to pay it, and how it can transform lives so that you can fulfill this obligation with sincerity, love, and a heart overflowing with gratitude to Allah. What is Zakat al-Fitr? Zakat al-Fitr, also known as Zakat al-Fitr, is a special type of charity that every Muslim is required to give at the end of Ramadan, just before the Eid prayer. Unlike regular zakat, which is calculated from wealth accumulated over a year, Zakat al-Fitr is unique because it is specifically connected to fasting during Ramadan. It serves as a spiritual purification for the person who fasted, cleansing any minor mistakes, slips, or shortcomings that may have occurred during the month of fasting, whether it was moments of impatience, lapses in concentration during prayers, or even small faults of character that may have gone unnoticed. This act of giving is also deeply social. It ensures that everyone, regardless of wealth, can celebrate Eid with dignity and joy. When a Muslim gives Zakat al-Fitr, they are not only fulfilling an obligation to Allah, but they are also lifting the burden of hunger from the needy, enabling them to enjoy Eid with the same happiness and comfort as others. In this way, Zakat al-Fitr is a beautiful link between worship and compassion, combining spiritual cleansing with social responsibility. Every capable Muslim is required to give Zakat al-Fitr for themselves and for those under their care. This includes spouses, children, and dependents. Traditionally, it is given in the form of one sa of staple food, approximately 2.5 to 3 kilograms, such as rice, wheat, barley, dates, or beans. Today, many people also give the monetary equivalent based on local food prices, making it easier for both givers and recipients. Timing is crucial. Zakat al-Fitr should be given before the Eid prayer. Giving it after the prayer is still charitable, but it loses the special significance tied to the end of Ramadan. By fulfilling this obligation on time, a Muslim ensures that their fast is purified, their heart is lightened, and their community is strengthened. In essence, Zakat al-Fitr is more than charity. It is a spiritual gift, a social responsibility, and a symbol of empathy, generosity, and unity. It reminds us that the beauty of Ramadan is not just in fasting and praying alone, but in how our devotion spreads beyond ourselves, touching the lives of others, creating joy, and building a society where nobody is left behind. It is the final, glowing act of worship that seals the month with love, gratitude, and heartfelt generosity, making Ramadan not only a personal journey of faith but a collective celebration of compassion and humanity. Who must pay Zakat al-Fitr? Not everyone is required to give Zakat al-Fitr. It is an obligation only on those who are financially capable. But what does that mean exactly? A person is required to pay Zakat al-Fitr if they have enough food and resources to meet their own basic needs for the day and night of Eid, and also have enough to support those who depend on them. For an individual Muslim, this means that any adult who possesses sufficient food or wealth must give. But Zakat al-Fitr is not only a personal duty, it extends to the head of a household, who is responsible for paying on behalf of everyone under their care. This includes spouses, ensuring your family is covered. Children, every child, whether young or old enough to understand, should be included. Dependents, anyone who relies on you for support, such as younger siblings or relatives in your care. Even babies born during Ramadan are included, because Zakat al-Fitr is about ensuring every member of a household can celebrate Eid with dignity. The principle behind this obligation is rooted in capability and responsibility. Islam does not burden anyone beyond what they can afford. So, if a person does not have enough food or resources for themselves, they are exempt from giving Zakat al-Fitr. However, for those who are able, it becomes a duty and a blessing, linking personal devotion with social responsibility. By giving Zakat al-Fitr, the payer is not only fulfilling a religious command but also ensuring that the joy of Eid reaches every corner of their community. It's a reminder that our acts of worship are not meant to stay private, they should ripple outward, touching the lives of the poor, the needy, and the vulnerable, spreading love, compassion, and dignity. In short, Zakat al-Fitr is mandatory for every capable Muslim, and every household head must ensure that everyone in their care is included. It's a beautiful opportunity to transform our personal devotion into real-world kindness, leaving no one behind during the celebrations of Eid. How much to pay and what can be given? Now that we know who must pay Zakat al-Fitr, the next question naturally arises: how much should we give, and in what form? Islam makes this clear, simple, and practical so that fulfilling this obligation is easy for every capable believer. Traditionally, Zakat al-Fitr is measured as 1 sa, which is roughly 2.5 to 3 kilograms of staple food. This could include rice, wheat, barley, dates, or beans, foods that are commonly eaten in your local community. The idea is to give something that is useful, nourishing, and accessible to those who receive it, so they too can celebrate Eid with a full heart and a full plate. By the way, if you're enjoying this video and want more guidance and inspiration during Ramadan and beyond, subscribe to The Inspired Muslim and turn on notifications. Let's continue this journey of faith, reflection, and compassion together. In today's world, many people also give the monetary equivalent, based on the current local market price of the staple food. This makes it easier for both the giver and the recipient. The giver can calculate the amount quickly, and the recipient can use it to purchase what they need most. What matters is the intention behind the gift. It should be given sincerely to please Allah, and to ensure that someone in need can enjoy Eid. Every capable Muslim pays 1 sa, or its equivalent, for themselves. But remember, if you are a head of household, you must cover everyone under your care, your spouse, children, and dependents. So, for a family of 4, you would give 4 sa, or the equivalent in money or food. Timing is also important. Zakat al-Fitr should be given before the Eid prayer, ideally in the last days of Ramadan, so that the poor can prepare for Eid and enjoy the celebration. If it is given after the prayer, it still counts as charity, but it loses its special significance as Zakat al-Fitr. If this reminder is benefiting you right now, imagine how much more you'll gain from the upcoming videos. Take a moment and subscribe to The Inspired Muslim. When you subscribe, you're not just clicking a button, you're choosing consistent reminders, motivation, and faith-building content that keeps your heart alive even after Ramadan ends. Be part of this journey. Let's keep learning, reflecting, and growing together as one ummah. The beauty of this act is that it is simple yet powerful. Even a small contribution can make a huge difference. A few kilograms of rice, a handful of dates, or a modest amount of money can feed a family, put smiles on children's faces, and bring light into homes that might otherwise feel left out during Eid. Zakat al-Fitr reminds us that the blessings of Ramadan are not meant to be kept to ourselves, they are meant to flow outward, touching the lives of others, strengthening communities, and spreading joy, gratitude, and love. When to give Zakat al-Fitr? Timing is everything when it comes to Zakat al-Fitr. Unlike regular charity, which can be given anytime, Zakat al-Fitr carries a specific window of obligation, because its purpose is closely tied to the end of Ramadan and the celebration of Eid. The ideal time to give Zakat al-Fitr begins a few days before Eid, starting from the sunset of the last day of Ramadan. This ensures that those who are poor and in need can receive it before the Eid prayer, so they can prepare, cook, and enjoy the day with dignity and joy. By giving on time, we fulfill this beautiful sunnah exactly as the Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, instructed, allowing our fasts to be fully purified and our hearts to be light with the satisfaction of helping others. It is highly recommended not to delay Zakat al-Fitr until after Eid. While giving charity after Eid is still a good deed, it loses the special significance of Zakat al-Fitr, which is meant to cleanse the fast, assist the needy in preparing for Eid, and ensure a complete spiritual closure to Ramadan. Think of it as a bridge. It connects the spiritual journey of fasting with the joyful celebration of Eid, spreading the blessings of Ramadan to everyone in the community. Even a few hours delay can make a difference. Imagine the relief and happiness of a family receiving their Zakat al-Fitr just in time to cook, celebrate, and feel included on Eid day. That is the true beauty of giving on time. It transforms mere charity into an act that changes lives and uplifts spirits. So, the golden rule is simple: give it before the Eid prayer. Early enough to benefit the needy, but not so early that it disconnects from the spirit of Eid. When you give at the right time, you are not just fulfilling a duty. You are joining in a divine tradition that has been passed down through generations, connecting your faith with tangible acts of kindness and love. Who receives Zakat al-Fitr? Giving Zakat al-Fitr isn't just about fulfilling a religious duty, it's about touching hearts and transforming lives. But who exactly should receive it? Islam gives us clear guidance. Zakat al-Fitr is meant for the poor and needy, those who struggle to meet their basic needs, especially during Eid. These are the people who may not have enough food to enjoy the celebration, or who might feel left out while others are feasting, giving gifts, and celebrating the joy of Ramadan's end. The Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, emphasized that this charity should reach those who truly need it, so it can bring them comfort, dignity, and happiness on Eid day. It is not meant for someone who is already well off. Rather, it is a lifeline for those living in hardship, a way to lift the burden of hunger and provide joy in a time of celebration. By giving Zakat al-Fitr to the poor, we are fulfilling both a spiritual and social purpose. Spiritually, our fasts are purified, our hearts are cleansed, and we draw closer to Allah through sincere acts of giving. Socially, we strengthen our communities, create bonds of compassion, and ensure that no one is left behind during one of the happiest days of the year. Even a small gift can make a massive difference. A bag of rice, some dates, beans, or even a little money can provide a family with a complete meal for Eid, smiles for children, and a sense of inclusion that warms hearts more than any material wealth ever could. When we give with sincerity, intention, and love, we're not just giving food, we're giving hope, happiness, and humanity. So, remember, Zakat al-Fitr is meant for those in genuine need. It is a bridge that turns our devotion into real-world impact, allowing the blessings of Ramadan to flow outward, spreading joy, gratitude, and mercy throughout our communities. By giving to the right people, we ensure that our charity fulfills its purpose, and we become part of a chain of kindness that the Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, cherished and encouraged. Zakat al-Fitr has a specific time window. It should be given a few days before Eid, ideally before the Eid prayer. This allows the poor to receive it in time to prepare for the celebrations. Giving after the prayer is still charity, but it loses the special spiritual significance of Zakat al-Fitr. Giving on time connects the spiritual journey of fasting with the joy of Eid, allowing blessings to flow outward and spread happiness to those in need. Imagine the smiles on children's faces, the relief of a family receiving help, and the joy of knowing your act of worship made a real difference. That is the true beauty of timely giving. As we wrap up, remember that reminders only benefit those who seek them. If this video touched your heart even a little, don't let it stop here. Subscribe to The Inspired Muslim, like this video, and share it with someone who needs this reminder. You never know. One share could change someone's life, and that reward could follow you forever. Let's continue spreading light, faith, and inspiration together. May Allah accept from us all. Ameen.